What up, Cowboy fans and YouTubers? It's that VA Dallas Cowboy fan coming back at you. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting down below. I make these videos for me and you, and they're a little therapeutic, you know, especially after yesterday's events around the world. If you haven't been living under a rock, the Black Mamba, aka Kobe Bryant, has passed away. His daughter along with him, and 7 other members in a helicopter accident. I got no words. It's kind of hard to report anything on Cowboys after that. That's why I haven't made any. I was going to make a video yesterday, but then that happened, and I just couldn't. Yeah, try and get into some Cowboys news. Some stuff that I've taken notes about. I just haven't said anything or offered my opinions yet, but I can try and get into them now. So as far as free agency goes for our players, we know the big names: Prescott, Coop, Byron Jones. The name that we should keep on the defensive line nobody's talking about is Robert Quinn. Now, if you remember, we traded for Robert Quinn when people thought that he was going to be no good, basically. In 2013, he had 19 sacks, and he basically hadn't repeated that success since. So that's why it was easy for us to trade for him. I think it was a 6th-round pick. And we picked him up on the basis that all these years later, a change of scenery could hopefully resurrect his career. And it did, to the effect of 11.5 sacks. And by and far, he was the best D lineman on the squad. The second best happened to be Michael Bennett, who came in at 6.5. I think Tank Lawrence had 5 or something like that. But, you know, he keeps saying double teams and all that. But if you're getting paid all that money and you're supposed to be a beast, you shouldn't be worrying about double teams, because you're going to get them. But we picked him up and we signed him for the 1 year, $9.2 million with incentives. And he hit his incentives, so it got bumped up to $10 million this past season. Now, Jerry Jones has went out on record and said that if he wants to come back at a price that's reasonable for the Cowboys, he wants him back. And Robert Quinn has gone on to say that he wants to be with the Cowboys in the future as well. So that's going to require him, his agent, and the Cowboys hashing out a number that they can all agree on to get him back. Michael Bennett, I doubt he comes back. He probably will either look at retirement or go somewhere else for more money, because we signed him for a 2-year deal, but he wanted to opt out and test free agency. Let's see. After that, I wanted to get into what we do know about the coaching positions and staff on the team. Of course, we know the 3 leftovers that we have from the Jason Garrett era. Our offensive coordinator, Kellen Moore. Doug Nussmeier is moving from tight ends to quarterbacking. And Leon Lett will stay on to assist the defensive line, more specifically the defensive tackles. Other than that, we have Mike McCarthy as our new head coach. Mike Nolan as our defensive coordinator. John Fossil as the special teams coordinator. Joe Philbin will work with the offensive line. Jeff Blasco will assist on the offensive line. Our running backs coach is Skip Pete. Lunda Wells is our tight ends coach. Jim Tomsula is our defensive line coach. Maurice Lindquist and Al Harris will coach the defensive backs together. Adam Henry is our wide receivers coach. Linebackers coach is Scott McCurry. But he also has George Edwards that will assist with him, and I think he's He's got another role that's not specified yet, but some are reporting it as a senior defensive assistant. Not sure what that means other than assistant head coach or something. Chase Hazlitt is our quality control, so he's going to get experience on the fly while he's looking to get into the coaching ranks. And our strength and conditioning is Marcus Paul. So that's what we have for 2020 as far as our coaching staff goes. A late addition was a Rob Thomas. Now, he played for the Packers as a long snapper in 96 to 2007. From 2008 to 2017, he was in the Packers front office as the director of player development. After 2017 to now, he took a role in the outside world. He had a normal job. He was a high-ranking official and an executive outside of football. And he's coming back, but we don't know what his role is. Some have speculated that he's going to be a possible mentor for the players on and off the field. Come in, do seminars, talk to them about balancing their money and stuff like that. Keeping good attitudes and staying out of trouble. Stuff a lot of us Cowboys guys need, because y'all bring up Randy Gregory. Can't stay off the weed. Other notes. Over the Cap has said that we have $81 million in cap space. Now, a lot of that is going to be gone by the time you sign Coop and Dak. And after that, we'll just have to see if Byron Jones is worth the money and he's willing to work with us. Also, Robert Quinn. We got to get Blake Jarwin back. There's a lot of guys that we need back. There's a lot of guys I'd like back, and there's a lot of guys the Cowboys, I'm sure, like back. And other guys, we don't know if they're going to retire, hint, or try to play elsewhere, or try to somehow manage to get back on the team. This is Mike McCarthy's team, so he has no loyalty to some of these older guys, other than maybe long snapper LP Ledecker, because in his whole career, he's never had a bad snap. The fact that he got called for that one penalty against Washington was BS. Everybody knows it, because he's been doing it this long and he's never had that infraction before or since. But that's neither here nor there. That's pretty much Cowboys news. One interesting tidbit that I didn't know about until today. Randy Moss. Apparently he has a son named Thaddeus. He's a tight end that played with the LSU Tigers, the national champs. He is 21 years old, 6'3", 249 pounds. Unfortunately, he hasn't really had a great collegiate career. In 2016, he was at NC State and only had 6 catches for 49 yards and 1 touchdown. In 2017, he transferred to LSU, and due to regulations, he could not play that season. 2018, he had a medical red shirt because he injured his foot. And 2019, he had 47 catches for 570 yards and 4 touchdowns. Now, physically, he's a prototypical kind of guy, much like his daddy. And I think if we look at him, he may be probably a day 2 or 3 prospect for tight end because we're going to need Jarwin back. Schultz is still on the roster, and we're going to need to add somebody because I doubt Jason Witten's coming back. But that's all the news I have for now. And, it's Monday. Unfortunately, some people did not wake up to see today. It's tragic. Hug your family. Tell them you love them. Spend as much time as you can with them, because you never know. I can be here today and gone tomorrow, and this kind of stuff will be basically my legacy. This will be the last anybody could see me, is making videos about the Dallas Cowboys. I mean, I love my family. I hugged them. I kissed them on the way out. And, it's just hard. Every day's a blessing, y'all. I hope y'all have a good day. Stay woke. Stay blessed. Hope you have a good Monday and a good rest of the week. Talk to y'all next time, unless there's breaking news. Take care. Peace.